Ladies and gentlemen, there's a powerful truth hidden in the heart of every challenge, a truth that refuses to bow to circumstances. It's the truth that your prison, that place of confinement and despair, can also be the birthplace of your purpose. It's easy to look at the walls around you, whether they're built from failure, fear, rejection, or betrayal, and see only limitation. But those walls don't define you. They don't dictate your future. They are not your final sentence. They are your starting point. Life has a way of surprising us with detours. Sometimes you wake up expecting sunshine, but instead a storm is raging. You may feel trapped by the weight of unmet expectations, the sting of a mistake, or the crushing blow of loss. But let me tell you something, purpose doesn't emerge from the perfect. Purpose is born in the imperfect. It is in the mess, the mistakes, the missteps that God begins to shape something meaningful. In those moments of confinement, the first battle isn't with the outside world, it's with the voices in your head. The ones telling you that you're not enough, that you've missed your chance, that this prison is all there is. But those voices are liars. They don't see the seeds of greatness planted in your soul. They don't recognize that the dirt they're throwing on you is the very soil in which your purpose will grow. Every prison has a key, but that key doesn't always come in the form you expect. Sometimes the key is found in surrender. Not surrender to defeat, but surrender to growth. It's the moment when you stop asking, why me? And start asking, what now? It's when you realize that the chains around you are not there to break you, but to refine you. You might not see it right now, but prisons have a way of stripping away distractions. They force you to confront the core of who you are. They challenge you to find strength you didn't know you had and wisdom you didn't know you carried. In the silence, in the stillness, in the solitude, you begin to hear a voice that says, this is not the end. This is the beginning. Greatness is forged in fire. Diamonds are formed under pressure. And the most inspiring stories are not written in palaces, but in prisons. When you feel like you're at your lowest, that's when purpose whispers the loudest. It reminds you that every setback is a setup for a comeback. It tells you that your pain is not wasted. It's producing something in you that can't be bought, borrowed, or faked. It's producing authenticity, resilience, and character. Don't despise the place you're in right now. I know it's hard. I know it hurts. But pain is a teacher and struggle is a mentor. They teach lessons that no amount of comfort ever could. They reveal the depth of your strength and the height of your potential. They force you to dig deep, to push past what you thought was possible, and to discover the extraordinary within you. You're not here by accident. Your steps are ordered. Even when it feels like everything is falling apart, something greater is falling into place. That broken relationship, it wasn't rejection, it was redirection. That failure, it wasn't the end, it was an education. That delay, it wasn't denial, it was preparation. The prison isn't here to punish you, it's here to prepare you. The world needs what you carry. It needs your story, your scars, your survival. You may not see it now, but someone else's breakthrough is tied to your testimony. Someone else is waiting to hear how you overcame so they can believe it's possible for them too. Don't let the prison silence you. Let it amplify your voice. Let it refine your message. Let it be the proving ground where your purpose is tested and found true. There's a power that comes when you refuse to let your prison define you. When you decide that the walls around you will not be the end of your story. When you take the pain, the disappointment, and the broken pieces and offer them up as raw materials for purpose. Because here's the truth, nothing is wasted. Not one tear, not one sleepless night, not one moment of despair. It all works together for a purpose greater than you can imagine. You may feel small in the face of your challenges, but you're not powerless. You carry within you the ability to rise, to overcome, to turn your prison into a platform. It starts with a decision to believe that there's more to your life than what you see right now. A decision to trust that even in the darkness there is light. A decision to keep moving forward, even if it's one small step at a time. You were not created to settle for less than your purpose. You were not designed to live a life defined by fear, regret, or shame. You were made for more. And the prison you're in today is simply the place where that more is being prepared. It's the place where your character is being refined, your faith is being strengthened, and your vision is being clarified. Purpose doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't wait for the chains to fall off or the doors to open. Purpose begins right where you are, in the middle of the mess, in the heart of the struggle. It begins when you decide to stop seeing the prison as the end and start seeing it as the incubator for something greater. The greatest battles are fought and won in the mind. When you change your perspective, you change your reality. When you choose to see the prison as a place of preparation rather than punishment, you unlock the power to transform your situation. It doesn't mean the road will be easy, but it does mean it will be worth it. You are not alone in this. There is a strength greater than your own working on your behalf. A strength that turns mourning into dancing, ashes into beauty, and prisons into platforms. You may feel weak, but you are stronger than you know. You may feel lost, but you are being guided. You may feel broken, but you are being healed. This prison will not break you. It will build you. It will shape you. It will launch you into the purpose for which you were created. And when you emerge, you won't just survive, you'll thrive. You won't just overcome, you'll inspire. You won't just live, you'll lead. Because purpose has a way of taking what was meant for evil and turning it for good. So rise up. Shake off the chains, lift your eyes beyond the walls. Your purpose is calling, and it's louder than any prison you'll ever face. Your prison is not your end, it is the birthplace of your purpose. This truth carries the weight of transformation. Too often we see the walls around us as a conclusion, a final chapter written in disappointment, pain, or failure. Those walls, though confining, are not where the story ends. Instead, they are where the true story begins. They challenge us to look beyond what we see and to believe in what we cannot yet imagine. In the space where limitations scream louder than possibilities, a quiet whisper of hope emerges, revealing that there is more to your journey than this moment. Life has a way of bringing us to places where we feel trapped, stuck, or defeated. It could be the prison of a failed dream, the shackles of a relationship that crumbled, or the confinement of a mistake that feels unforgivable. In these moments, it's tempting to define ourselves by our circumstances. We look at the walls and see them as insurmountable. We begin to believe that this is as far as we can go. The weight of discouragement presses down, whispering lies that say we are finished. But this is where the seed of purpose begins to germinate. It's not in the absence of challenges, but in the very heart of them. Purpose doesn't wait for perfect conditions. It doesn't appear when the road is smooth and the skies are clear. Purpose is forged in the fires of adversity, refined in the crucible of trials, and revealed in the depths of our struggles. When you find yourself in a prison, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual, it is not a sign that you are forsaken. It is a sign that you are being prepared. What looks like an ending is often the necessary preparation for the next chapter. It is the place where strength is built, resilience is tested, and vision is clarified. In the stillness of the prison, distractions are stripped away. The noise of the outside world fades, and you are left with yourself. This can be terrifying, but it is also liberating. It is here in the quiet that you begin to hear the voice of purpose. It is here that you start to see that the walls around you are not there to destroy you, but to focus you. They narrow your vision, not to limit it, but to direct it. They force you to stop running from the things you need to confront, to face the truth about who you are, and to embrace the potential of who you can become. Think of the stories of those who found their purpose in their prisons. History and life are filled with examples of individuals who turned confinement into a crucible for transformation. Their journeys remind us that purpose is not a product of privilege, but of perseverance. It is not reserved for those with perfect paths, but for those willing to rise from their brokenness. It is in the darkest places that light shines the brightest. The very chains meant to hold you down can become the tools that set you free. The walls of your prison are not impenetrable. They are not the end of the road, but the beginning of a transformation. Each brick represents a lesson, a challenge, an opportunity to grow. Each crack in the wall is a reminder that even the most fortified barriers cannot stand against the power of purpose. The key to escaping the prison lies not in physical strength, but in mental and spiritual resilience. It is the decision to see beyond the visible, to believe in the invisible, and to trust that the journey is leading somewhere meaningful. In this place of confinement, you are being shaped. The pressure you feel is not there to crush you, but to refine you. Just as a diamond is formed under intense pressure, your purpose is being formed in the depths of your struggle. It is in the prison that you discover who you really are. Not who the world says you are, not who circumstances have tried to make you, but who you were created to be. This is where you shed the labels, the limitations, and the lies. This is where you embrace the truth of your identity and step into your calling. Your prison has a purpose. It is a place of preparation, a place where you are being equipped for what lies ahead. The skills, the wisdom, the strength you are gaining in this season are not for nothing. They are tools that will be used to fulfill your purpose. The prison is not a detour, it is part of the journey. It is the place where you are being readied for the work you were created to do. The lessons you learn here will be the foundation on which you build your future. When you look at your prison, don't see it as a tomb, see it as a womb. A tomb is where things go to end, but a womb is where things begin. Your prison is the place where purpose is conceived, nurtured, and brought to life. It is the place where the old you dies and the new you is born. It is the place where the pain of labor gives birth to the promise of destiny. The process is not easy, but it is necessary. The struggle is not pointless, but purposeful. The confinement is not forever, but for now. Purpose is not an external destination, it is an internal revelation. It is not something you find out there, it is something you uncover in here. The prison forces you to look inward, to search your soul, and to discover the treasure hidden within. It challenges you to dig deep, to push past the surface, and to uncover the gold that has been buried under the weight of life's challenges. It is in this process of discovery that purpose emerges, not as something foreign, but as something familiar. It is not something you create, but something you uncover. Your prison is not your punishment, it is your platform. It is the place where your voice is refined, your message is clarified, and your impact is amplified. The very thing that was meant to silence you can become the thing that propels you forward. The chains meant to bind you can become the testimony that sets others free. The darkness meant to overshadow you can become the light that guides others. The prison is not the end, it is the beginning of a new chapter, a new season, a new purpose. In this place, you are learning to rely not on your own strength, but on a strength greater than your own. You are discovering that even in the darkest places, there is a light that cannot be extinguished. You are realizing that your worth is not determined by your circumstances, but by the purpose for which you were created. You are being reminded that you are not defined by your prison, but by the promise of your destiny. The journey through the prison is not easy. It requires courage, faith, and perseverance. It demands that you face your fears, confront your doubts, and challenge your limitations. It pushes you to grow in ways you never thought possible and to reach heights you never imagined. But in the end, it is worth it. Because the prison is not just a place of confinement, it is a place of transformation. It is the place where your purpose is revealed, your strength is tested, and your destiny is forged. Pain and struggle are tools that refine your character and reveal your strength. There's something extraordinary about the way life uses adversity as a shaping force. In the heat of pain and the weight of struggle, we often feel like we're being all that ain't done. The natural response is to resist, to retreat, to question why we're enduring this discomfort. Yet within these moments of trial, something profound is happening. Pain and struggle are chiseling away the layers that hide your potential, breaking apart the barriers that limit your growth, and drawing out the essence of who you are meant to become. Every challenge you face carries with it a lesson, a purpose, a gift. But these treasures don't reveal themselves on the surface. They are embedded deep within the experience of the trial. Pain is a profound teacher, and struggle is a relentless mentor. They push you beyond what you thought was your limit, not to punish you, but to prepare you. They demand more of you than you believed you could give, not to harm you, but to show you the depths of your resilience. It's through these refining moments that the dross is burned away, leaving behind the purest form of your character. We often perceive struggle as an unwelcome visitor, as an interruption to the life we desire. But what if struggle is not an interruption, but an invitation? An invitation to grow, to evolve, to become. When you face difficulty, it's easy to focus on the discomfort and miss the opportunity. The pain may feel unbearable, but it's revealing something about you. It's showing you the cracks in your foundation so they can be repaired. It's exposing the areas of weakness so they can be strengthened. It's highlighting the places where growth is needed so you can rise to the next level. The process of refinement is never comfortable. Gold must pass through the fire to be purified. Steel must endure intense heat to be forged into strength. In the same way, you must face the fires of life to discover your true potential. These fires burn away the unnecessary, the superficial, the temporary. They leave behind what is enduring, what is real, what is strong. Pain and struggle are not here to destroy you. They are here to shape you into something greater than you were before. They are here to bring out the greatness that has been lying dormant within you. It is often in the darkest moments that we discover the brightest truths. Struggle strips away the illusions we cling to, the false sense of security, the misplaced priorities. It forces us to confront the reality of who we are and what we believe. It challenges us to dig deeper, to find strength we didn't know we had, to tap into resources we didn't realize were available. This process is uncomfortable, even painful, but it is necessary. It's in this discomfort that growth happens. It's in this pain that transformation occurs. Pain has a way of refining our perspective. It shifts our focus from what is superficial to what is significant. It forces us to ask deeper questions, to seek higher truths, to find meaning in the midst of the mess. Struggle pushes us to reevaluate our priorities, to let go of what doesn't serve us, and to embrace what truly matters. It challenges us to rise above our circumstances, to see beyond the present difficulty, and to believe in a future that is worth fighting for. Strength is not born in ease, it is forged in struggle. It is not the absence of difficulty that makes you strong, but the presence of perseverance. Each time you face a challenge and choose to keep going, you are building resilience. Each time you endure pain and refuse to give up, you are growing stronger. Each time you struggle and overcome, you are proving to yourself and the world that you are capable of more than you imagined. This strength doesn't come quickly or easily, but it is worth the price. It is a strength that cannot be taken from you, a strength that becomes the foundation for your future success. When you look back on your life, you'll realize that it wasn't the easy moments that defined you. It wasn't the times when everything went smoothly that shaped your character. It was the moments of struggle, the times when you were pushed to your limit, the seasons of pain that taught you who you are and what you are capable of. These moments were not wasted. They were not wasted. They were not meaningless. They were the building blocks of your growth, the stepping stones to your purpose. Pain also has a way of connecting us to others. It reminds us that we are not alone in our struggles, that others have walked this path before us, and that we can find strength in community. Struggle teaches us empathy, compassion, and the importance of supporting one another. It reminds us that our pain is not just about us, it is about the impact we can have on others through our story. When we endure, when we rise, when we overcome, we become a beacon of hope for those who are still in the midst of their trials. There's a power that comes from embracing pain rather than running from it. When you face your struggles head on, you take control of your narrative. You refuse to be a victim of your circumstances and instead become the author of your story. You acknowledge the difficulty, but you don't let it define you. You learn from it, grow through it, and use it as fuel for your journey. This doesn't mean the process will be easy, but it does mean it will be worth it. Struggle often reveals to us the areas where we've placed our trust in the wrong things. It shows us the places where we've leaned too heavily on external validation, temporary success, or fleeting comforts. Pain strips away these false foundations and calls us to build on something stronger, something lasting. It calls us to anchor ourselves in truth and purpose and resilience. It invites us to rise above the circumstances and find strength in the midst of the storm. The process of refinement through pain and struggle is not linear. It's messy, unpredictable, and sometimes overwhelming. But it is also powerful. Each step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Each moment of endurance, no matter how difficult, is progress. Each lesson learned, no matter how painful, is growth. This journey is not about perfection. It's about perseverance. It's about continuing to move forward, even when the path is unclear. It's about trusting that the process is leading somewhere meaningful, even when you can't yet see the destination. Pain and struggle are not permanent. They are seasons, not lifetimes. They are moments, not definitions. They are tools, not prisons. They are here to shape you, not to destroy you. They are here to refine you, not to diminish you. They are here to reveal your strength, your resilience, your purpose. They are here to remind you that you are capable of more than you imagined, stronger than you believed, and destined for greater things than you can comprehend. The journey through pain and struggle is one of the most challenging yet rewarding experiences of life. It is a journey that requires courage, faith, and perseverance. It is a journey that will test you, refine you, and ultimately transform you. It is a journey that will reveal to you the depths of your strength and the heights of your potential. It is a journey that will show you that pain and struggle are not your enemies. They are your teachers, your mentors, your tools for growth. Your setbacks are setups for breakthroughs and redirection toward your destiny. What may seem like a failure or a delay is often the foundation being laid for something far greater than you can see in the moment. Life has a way of taking the things that seem to break us and using them to build us. It's easy to look at a setback and feel defeated, to believe that the door has been closed forever, or that the opportunity has passed you by. But setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the pause before the plot twist, the moments that redirect you to something better suited to your purpose. Setbacks challenge us to reframe how we view failure. They remind us that failure is not the opposite of success, but a part of the process. Every great story has moments of struggle, points where the protagonist must face what seems like insurmountable odds. These moments are not written to crush the character, but to reveal their strength, determination, and capacity for growth. In the same way, your setbacks are not meant to destroy you. They are meant to develop you, to teach you lessons that only challenges can, and to prepare you for the next chapter of your journey. When you encounter a setback, it's tempting to question your worth, your path, and even your dreams. The weight of disappointment can make it feel as though everything you've worked for is slipping through your fingers. But if you look closely, you'll see that setbacks have a way of refining your focus. They strip away distractions and force you to confront what truly matters. They challenge you to dig deeper, to reassess your priorities, and to decide whether you're willing to fight for what you believe in. Setbacks don't mean you're on the wrong path often. They mean you're being prepared for something greater. Breakthroughs rarely come without resistance. The resistance is what strengthens you, what stretches your capacity, and what positions you to handle the next level. A setback is not the closing of a door, it's the opening of a new one, often to opportunities you couldn't have imagined. The rejection you face today may be the protection you'll thank tomorrow. The loss you feel now may be the seed of gain in your future. The delay you endure may be the divine timing aligning things for your good. Setbacks are not stumbling blocks, they are stepping stones. Redirection is a gift, though it rarely feels that way in the moment. When you're forced to take a different path, it's easy to focus on what you're losing rather than what you're gaining. But every redirection is an opportunity to see things from a new perspective, to explore paths you might never have considered, and to discover strengths you didn't know you had. Life has a way of weaving detours into the fabric of your purpose, creating a tapestry that is richer and more beautiful than you could have imagined. What feels like a detour is often a divine rerouting to a destination more aligned with your calling. Setbacks are the fertile ground where resilience grows, They test your patience, your persistence, and your faith. They ask you to trust in the process even when the outcome is unclear. They challenge you to keep moving forward, even when the path is uncertain. It's in the midst of setbacks that you discover the depth of your determination and the strength of your spirit. These moments of struggle are not wasted. They are building something within you that will sustain you in the days to come. Consider the stories of those who have achieved greatness. They are not tales of unbroken success, but of resilience in the face of setbacks. The athlete who missed the winning shot but came back stronger. The entrepreneur whose first venture failed but used the lessons to build an empire. The artist whose work was rejected but kept creating until the world took notice. Setbacks were not the end of their stories, they were the turning points. They were the moments when everything seemed to fall apart but was actually falling into place. Breakthroughs are born in the space between giving up and pressing on. They come to those who are willing to endure the discomfort, to push through the pain, and to keep believing in the possibility of what lies ahead. Every setback carries within it the seed of a breakthrough, but it's up to you to nurture that seed. It's up to you to see the potential in the problem, to find the opportunity in the obstacle, and to trust that even the setbacks are working for your good. When you face a setback, you have a choice. You can let it define you, or you can let it refine you. You can allow it to make you bitter, or you can let it make you better. You can focus on what you've lost, or you can focus on what you're gaining. This choice is not always easy, but it is always powerful. It's in making this choice that you take control of your narrative, that you decide how your story will unfold, and that you turn your setbacks into setups for something greater. Great direction often comes disguised as rejection. When a door closes, it can feel like the end of the road. But every closed door is a reminder that there's another door waiting to be opened. Sometimes the rejection you face is simply a redirection to something better. It's a sign that what you were pursuing wasn't meant for you, or at least not in the way you envisioned. It's an opportunity to pause, to reflect, and to realign with your purpose. Redirection is not a punishment, it's a gift. It's the hand of destiny guiding you to where you truly belong. Setbacks teach us patience and perseverance. They remind us that success is not a sprint, but a marathon. They challenge us to keep going. Even when the finish line feels out of reach, they teach us to value the journey, not just the destination. They remind us that every step, even the ones that feel like we're going backward, is part of the process. The road to purpose is rarely straight. It's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. But it's in these detours that we find our strength, our resilience, and our breakthrough. Breakthroughs come when we least expect them. Often in the wake of our greatest setbacks, they come when we've been pushed to our limits, when we face what feels like insurmountable odds, and when we've refused to give up. They come not because we've avoided challenges, but because we've endured them. They come because we've chosen to see setbacks not as barriers, but as bridges, not as endings, but as beginnings. Breakthroughs are not the absence of struggle, they are the result of struggle. Setbacks are the moments that shape us, that prepare us, and that propel us forward. They are the catalysts for growth, the crucibles for transformation, and the foundations for success. They remind us that our journey is not about avoiding challenges, but about overcoming them. They teach us that failure is not final and that even the greatest obstacles can be turned into opportunities. Setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of a new chapter, one filled with the promise of breakthrough and the power of redirection. Your purpose begins in the present moment, even within the confines of your challenges. Too often we delay the pursuit of purpose thinking it is something to be found in the future once we've overcome the obstacles of today. We tell ourselves when things get better, when I have more time, when I'm more prepared, then I'll step into my purpose. But the truth is, purpose doesn't wait for a perfect moment. It doesn't arrive fully formed, waiting for the ideal conditions. Purpose begins here and now, in the midst of your current circumstances, no matter how challenging or imperfect they may seem. Life is constantly unfolding, and each moment carries an invitation to align with your purpose. Even when the path seems unclear, even when you feel overwhelmed or unqualified, purpose is present. It is not a distant destination, but a daily choice. It is found in how you navigate the complexities of the now and how you show up for yourself and others, and in how you decide to grow through what you're going through. Purpose isn't something you achieve, it's something you embody moment by moment, decision by decision. In the middle of challenges, it's easy to feel as though purpose is out of reach. The weight of struggles, the noise of doubt, and the pressure of uncertainty can cloud your vision. But this is where purpose, it's in these moments of uncertainty that purpose takes root. It doesn't need everything to be figured out or every question to be answered. Purpose only needs your willingness to take the next step, even when the path ahead is unclear. It asks for your courage to act, even when you're unsure of the outcome. It requires your faith to believe that each step, no matter how small, matters. The present moment is where the seeds of purpose are sown. Each decision you make, each action you take is a step toward fulfilling your potential. It's easy to underestimate the power of small actions, but purpose is often found in the ordinary. It's in the way you choose to persevere when things get tough, in the way you offer kindness to someone in need, in the way you refuse to let setbacks define you. Purpose is woven into the fabric of your daily life, waiting for you to recognize it, embrace it, and live it. Purpose is not waiting for you on the other side of your challenges, it's growing within you because of them. Every obstacle you face, every struggle you endure is shaping you in ways that align with your purpose. These experiences are not distractions or detours, they are part of the journey. They are equipping you with the strength, wisdom, and resilience you need to step fully into your calling. When you understand this, you begin to see your challenges not as barriers, but as bridges to your destiny. Even in the most difficult seasons, purpose is at work. It's easy to believe that challenges are a sign that you're off course or that you've somehow failed. But challenges are often the refining fire through which purpose is revealed. They strip away the superficial, clarify your values, and help you focus on what truly matters. They teach you lessons you couldn't learn any other way and prepare you for the opportunities ahead. Purpose is not something you find after the storm, it's something that grows stronger because of it. The present moment, no matter how imperfect, is always enough to begin. You don't need to have everything figured out, and you don't need to be free of struggles to step into your purpose. You simply need to decide that today, with all its challenges and imperfections, is the right time to start. Purpose is not about waiting for the perfect moment, it's about creating the moment. It's about taking what you have where you are and using it to make a difference. Purpose often reveals itself in the process of doing. It's not something you sit and wait for, it's something you discover as you move forward. Action clarifies purpose. The more you engage with life, the more you learn about yourself, your passions, and your potential. Each step you take, even the ones that feel uncertain, brings you closer to understanding your purpose. It's not about getting it right every time, it's about staying committed to the journey, trusting that purpose will continue to unfold as you do. There's a power in embracing the present moment, no matter how messy or incomplete it feels. When you stop waiting for everything to be perfect, you open yourself up to the possibilities that exist right now. You begin to see that purpose is not about a destination, but about the journey. It's about how you live, how you grow, and how you impact the world around you, even in small ways. Purpose is not something out there, it's something within you, waiting to be expressed in the here and now. Challenges don't disqualify you from purpose, they qualify you for it. They shape your perspective, strengthen your character, and deepen your empathy. They give you a story to share, a message to offer, and a way to connect with others. Your struggles become part of your purpose, giving you the ability to relate to and inspire those who are walking a similar path. Purpose is not about perfection, it's about authenticity. It's about using your unique experiences, including your challenges, to make a difference. Purpose requires you to show up, even when it's hard. It asks you to keep going, even when you feel like giving up. It challenges you to believe in the potential of the present moment, even when it feels like everything is falling apart. Purpose is not always loud or dramatic. Sometimes it's quiet and steady. It's in the decision to try again and the courage to take one more step, in the faith to believe that what you're doing matters. Purpose is a practice, not a destination, and the present moment is always the perfect place to practice it. The present is where life happens. It's where growth occurs, where lessons are learned, and where purpose is lived. It's easy to get caught up in the past or consumed by the future, but purpose reminds us to return to the now. It calls us to be fully present, to engage with the moment, and to make the most of what we have. When you focus on the present, you begin to see the opportunities that are right in front of you. You realize that purpose is not something you chase, it's something you create. Purpose is not a grand event. It's a series of small, intentional choices. It's the way you choose to respond to challenges, the way you treat others, and the way you pursue what matters to you. It's found in the way you show up for life, even when it's difficult. Purpose is not something you arrive at. It's something you cultivate moment by moment, day by day. It's not waiting for you in the future. It's inviting you to step into it now.